Alright, so this is the Unit 13 exercise Good Start that I've given you. It already has a lot of the code in there for this particular exercise, but I want you to pay particular attention to this nav class Nav Bar and everything that it contains. We stop there, I think it is. So we have a nav bar that we're using, and it's going to be in a fluid container, and you'll notice that there is, let me not highlight that, there's a nav bar here that in fact is going to collapse and just make it some bars across, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Also, the nav bar itself laid out in an unordered list that you can make changes, I'm sorry, not make changes to, but you can actually click on to take you to somewhere. Now, this particular file doesn't have anywhere to send you, so it just uses the href in the anchor tag. The href of hashtag just takes you to the top of the page. So that's the only place there is to go in this particular file. But let me show you this in action. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. So I played around with the colors. I don't expect you to have these ugly colors in yours, but this is what your file will look like when you've added into it what I've already given you. And then of course you're going to add more. But I'm going to show you what this looks like when you notice that I have the nav bar up on the top, the contact is over on the right, the brand, Becky Site is what I'm calling this brand, and these regular navigation buttons are here. They're not really buttons, but navigation links are there. But if I make this smaller because I'm using Bootstrap and I'm collapsing, allowing to collapse this nav bar, when I get to a certain size, it will give me this icon bars instead. But if I click on it, of course it will come down, and then I can use the navigation as expected. But that's just something that Bootstrap will allow us to do super easy, that isn't as easy to do if we weren't using Bootstrap. So just keep that sort of thing in mind. Alright, so I should have, well, let me try again. Alright, sorry, I had updated my file name and I needed to reopen my index.html. Alright, so notice that in this form I have not only the navigation at the top, but also this form in the middle, and I have labels and input boxes, text boxes, and placeholders there, and my submit button. So I've, like I said, done most of your project for you here. So I can go ahead and type something in this, and because I've used the same names in my HTML file as what are commonly used across different forms, my browser will help me here and will think, oh yeah, you've used these before when the names of the input boxes are the same. So I'm going to offer to autofill. So if I click on this, nope, if I won't, oh, I'm sorry, I clicked enter, it hit the submit button. Sorry, in my browser, if I hit the down arrow and select that, then it will make the changes. And notice that I've made a lot of changes, and you won't see this in the CSS because I was doing a customized Bootstrap, and you can do that on your own. It's not a requirement in this class, but you can play around with that if you want to. But anyway, as the fields get filled in, then it changes colors, and the highlighting is different, and the fonts, lots of things have been changed here. So, and I can put some sort of message in there, and hit submit or hit the enter, and it will open up this thanks for joining HTML file. Let me know if you have any questions.